we've done, Phil, is on the Horsley stream, which is the headwaters of the Stroud valleys on the River Froome. And the work we've been doing is working with Stroud District Council to try and, with flood alleviation, trying to slow down the flow of water down the valleys during the storm events, rain events. So it works to just to slow up the water over a few hours during the heaviest periods of rainfall. Well, here before there's a spring, so this is very much the headwaters, the spring waters of Horsley stream, and very much a straight engineered channel, straight from the spring, sort of straight through down into Horsley village itself. Because of that straight engineered stream, there's nothing really holding the water back, slowing the water down. So when it does rain, big summer rainfall, it really pours down the valley and all ends up in Stroud, and suddenly the people of Stroud are getting wet feet, or worse still, some of the houses are flooding. So what we've done is some meandering work within the channel. So we've broken into the existing stream, taken the stream around the field, very shallow waters, so trying to really slow it down. Meander the channels, making it go a convoluted way, flowing across the existing fields, and that way it'll take the water 2 or 3 times the length of time it takes to get down into the valley. Well, the more water and land boundary you can make, the better for a lot of wildlife. So things like dragonfly, there's things like bullheads which exist at the top of the very headwaters of the stream here. They like real sort of cold, fast stream conditions. So it just extends the habitat for those animals that live right at the headwaters in the cold spring water. We do a number a year, and they range from, basically it's a sud system, so often it's a retrofit of suds on existing housing estates, or it's re-meandering rivers that have been over-engineered in the past. So the Victorians and the early Edwardians were very proud of their straight lines and their channels, and the straighter the engineered channel, the better. This is what happened here for draining the fields, draining the meadows, in order to farm every last scrap of field that they could. What that's meant is that there's been less space for wildlife, more space for grass perhaps, but a lot less space for wildlife. So by extending the stream, re-meandering the stream, twice the length of stream as to what there was before, you just end up with a lot more wildlife. So we've constructed a number of ponds, and also used the clay, the soil that came out of the ponds, to create what we call a leaky dam. What that means, Phil, is that behind the dam you get a temporary pond. So when you get a heavy rain event, there'll be a pond maybe for 12 hours, 24 hours that fills up during the rainfall, and then slowly leaks through the dam. So you've got a clay dam, but then you've got a stone channel that runs through the dam, so it allows water to seep out. That way it slows, instead of the water all rushing down over an hour or two of the rain event, it can peter on down through over 12-24 hours. We've worked with the local authorities, Stroud District Council. They've done a whole series of projects within the Stroud valleys over the last 10 years, ever since there were some big floods in 2007 that affected a lot of Stroud. The centre of Stroud flooded, and since then they've done a whole series of projects working with local landowners, working with the Environment Agency, at slowing down the waters as it comes down the 5 valleys. Stroud's very famous for its 5 valleys, and 4 of those lead direct into the town centre of Stroud. When it really rains, that's a lot of water all coming down. But luckily we have quite a short catchment area, because we're right on the edge of the Cotswolds here. So the catchment area is probably only 10 miles around Stroud each way. So what that means is that you get a summer rain event and it's over within 6 hours or 8 hours. Peak floods, and then the next day it's like nothing happened. Very steep sided, you're right on the Cotswold edge, right from virtually sea level right up to about 300 metres on the edge of the Cotswolds here, and all those have a number of water channels all leading into Stroud itself.